Good morning, Israel. Good morning, believers. Hey, JD Niger, Word of Truth. Don't mind my swollen eyes. Been crying a lot. Anyhow, there was something that I wanted to bring out about, I don't know, earlier this week, I think it was. Today's Thursday. I think it was Monday or something. When it was raining, I went into a study on the word sword, and it really led me down a hard path. And I've been thinking about it a little bit, about how vicious I am. Mean-spirited, bloodthirsty. But anyhow, it comes with the territory. And I tried to explain that, and it's like, I don't know. It's for someone out there to hear. I don't know. I don't know why the Lord made me this way. I have to just accept it and try and figure out how I'm going to stay loyal. Jacob's trouble must be here. That must be why all this is going on. But anyway, I had forgotten about there's so much that I know about this book that I don't know. I'm not a very good teacher. I'm not good videographer. I'm just a dude with a phone and a Bible and a heart for God. And so there's a part of 2 Samuel when Judah and Benjamin it finally unites them. It finally unites Judah and Benjamin in a way that a lot of people don't understand. And so I'm going to do it again. I've done it before. I don't know if anything new is going to come out of it. It's probably new to a lot of you because it's not anything anyone knows. Maybe a few people. I don't know. Someone knows. But anyway, the 24 elders, the 4 and 24 elders of Revelation, the 4 and 24 elders were men of the sword. And the 4 and 24 elders, from what I can tell, are these valiant men of Judah and Benjamin. It's a story that's hard to understand because most people could give a fuck. They're like, so what's that mean? What does it mean? For most people, it doesn't mean anything. But these are the things that I'm figuring out for myself because it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. So in 2 Samuel, So when David was made king in Hebron, before he went to Jerusalem, Saul fell on a sword. The Philistines were coming up on him, and he committed suicide. Him and Jonathan, his son, both fell on their swords. They actually had the armor bearer help him, I think. I forget how that went. But David loved Saul, even though Saul was a dick, Benjamite. And that's how we know that it's good to love Benjamin. I hope you like jamming. I hope you like jamming. I want to jam it with you. To think that jamming was a thing of the past. We're jamming. No, we're here. The Benjamites are here. We're here. It's not a thing of the past. It's right now. I'm one of them. So, in 2 Samuel 1, David sings a song for Saul. I won't read it because I might start crying. I don't want to cry, but I'll read a little bit. Ye daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet with other delights, who put on ornaments of gold upon your apparel. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of battle? O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thine high places. I am distressed for you, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant have you been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished? So this sword that I talk about, that we used to Saul lived by the sword and died by the sword, and so that's been coming up this week. I've been thinking about the sword. And how I need to control myself, because I'm going to get slaughterhoused. But anyhow, David made king. Says, and it came to pass, chapter 2, verse 1, David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go up into the cities of Judah? And the Lord said unto him, go up. And David said, whither shall I go up? And he said, to Hebron. I'm not going to try and explain what Hebron means to me. It's too difficult. I don't know how to explain it, because it has to do with this story. It says, and David went up, and his two wives also, Ahinoam the Jezreelite, and Abigail, Nabal's wife, the Carmelite. And his men that were with him, David brought up, every man of his household, and they dwelt in the cities of Hebron. And the men of Judah came, and there they anointed David king over the house of Judah. And they told David, saying that the men of Jabesh Gilead were they that buried Saul. So the men of Jabesh Gilead were Benjamites, but they were loyal to Israel overall. They weren't just loyal to Benjamin. They did the right thing. And David sent messengers unto them at Jabesh Gilead, and said unto him, blessed be you of the Lord, and you have shown this kindness unto your Lord, even unto Saul, and have buried him. They were Benjamites, but they were like me. They were valiant and strong-willed, and they loved the Lord. They trusted the Lord. Therefore now let your hands be strengthened, and be valiant, for your master Saul is dead. And also the house of Judah have anointed me king over them. So David's going, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm your king now. You wicked fuckers. You guys showed your honor by burying Saul, but it's time to move on from that, right? So a lot of what Benjamin had to deal with was we got slapped around a lot. So I'm angry and I'm sad and I'm hurt. My people, it hurts right now. It fucking hurts. So let me continue. I want to get to the point. And Abner, the son of Ner, captain of Saul's host, took Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him to Mahanaim, and made him king over Ephraim, and over the Asherites, and over Jezreel, and over Benjamin, and over all of Israel. And Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 4 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 2 years. But Judah followed the house of David. And at that time, David was king over Hebron, over the house of Judah, was 7 years and 6 months. And Abner, the son of Ner, verse 12, 2 Samuel, the servants of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, went out from Mahanaim to Gibeon, and Joab, the son of Zeruiah, and the servants of David went out to meet them by the pool of Gibeon, and they sat down on one side of the pool and on the other side of the pool. So there was Judah and Benjamin, or the chief priests, the chiefs of the tribes, the chief kings, the chiefs, the big boys. These are the big boys. They're all gathered together here. They're going, what the fuck are we going to do now? We have 2 kingdoms. We have these Benjamites and we have these Judites, and what are we going to do? So what do? They sit down. They said, Abner said to Joab, let the young men now arise and play before us. And Joab said, let them arise. Get up and play. They were competing. When they say play, that means get ready. We're ready to rumble. Then there arose and went out by number 12 of Benjamin, which pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and 12 of the servants of David. That's where you get the 4 and 24 elders. And the 4, from what I can tell, is Ishbosheth, Joab, Abner, Ishbosheth, and David, or Saul and David. Saul, David, and his 2, each of their captains of the host of armies, swords and spears and bloody instruments. This is where it went from bloodbath to spiritual. Okay? Then arose and went by number 12 of Benjamin, that pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and 12 of the servants of David. And they caught every one of his fellow by the head, and thrust his sword in his fellow's side. So they fell down together, wherefore the place was called Helkath Hazarim, which is in Gibeon. Helkath Hazarim means field of swords. And there was a very sore battle that day, and Abner was beaten, and the men of Israel before the servants of David. And there were 3 sons of Zeruiah, Joab, Abishai, and Asahel. And Asahel was as light as foot, and as a wild roe. These were, they call us sons of Belial. But that meaning, the word is hard to translate. Sons of a hard, sons of a hard spirit. Not necessarily a bad spirit. There's darkness there. But it's the darkness that the prophets have. It's this unclean spirit that we have. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that I'm not your enemy. There's something that Benjamin brings. It's truth that a lot of people don't want to deal with because they just want to know about the good. They're afraid of the evil. But we're dealing with that. Benjamin's dealing with it. So so it ends up that Abner slays Asahel. And so they were chasing each other, and the Benjamite guy, Asahel, the son of Zeruiah, says, howbeit he refused to turn aside, wherefore Abner with the hinder end of the spear smote him under the fifth rib, that the spear came out behind him, and he fell down there and died in the same place. And it came to pass that as many as came to the place where Asahel fell down and died stood still. It shocked the world. This life of the sword, this bloodiness. And if we go into still, oh man, I could go all over. I could go all over, but I'm not. Joab also and Abishai pursued after Abner, and the sun went down when they were come to the hill of Ammah that lieth before Giah in the way of the wilderness. And the children of Benjamin gathered themselves together after Abner and became one troop and stood on the top of the hill. And Abner called to Joab and said, shall the sword devour forever? Knowest thou not that it will be bitterness in the latter end? How long shall it be then, ere thou bid the people return from following their brethren? What is Abner saying to me? He's saying, bro, fuck. Scratch my window with the sandy thing. It's hard for me to finish this. It's brutal. And Job says, God lives, unless thou hast spoken surely, then in the morning the people had gone up every one from following his brother. And Joab blew a trumpet, and all the people stood still and pursued after Israel no more, neither fought they any more. I'm not here to fuck. Yeah, shit happens, man. Least of my worries. Couple scratches up there. Sorry. I'm having a hard time finishing this. The bottom line is Judah and Benjamin understand that we can't. The sword now is my voice. It's the things I say. That's the only thing I can cut you with. And only some people are going to listen and some aren't. I'm trying to tell you God is real. God is for real, for real. The God of Israel He exists. He is. He exists. So I'm going to go get my laundry. I'm going to finish what I'm doing. And I hope you understand that the 4 and 24 elders, They became elders for a reason. They fought for it. You got to fight your way into the kingdom, people. You don't have to do anything. You just have to, your heart has to be in it. JD Niger, Word of Truth. I'm out.